Welcome to Video 3, discussing payables and the newly created receiving section found within the Purchasing and AP module. In this training exercise, we will highlight the upcoming changes in the process of paying bills associated with a purchase order. This new feature allows users to enter multiple invoices from one screen. Just as a reminder, these updates will be available to you on Monday, January 23rd. Again, even though this will not take place until then, we would like to take this opportunity to provide you with these training videos in advance so that you may take some time to review these changes at your convenience. However, if you do have any questions about the changes, we will be offering live webinar sessions on January 17th at 10 o'clock a.m., January 18th at 1 o'clock p.m., and January 19th at 4 o'clock p.m. for a brief question and answer session. At that time, please feel free to call into the webinar and ask any questions. By the way, this is Melissa Davis, and as part of the WebSmart support team, I am happy to host this series of videos. WebSmart has enhanced the payables environment to pay invoices associated with purchase orders by now selecting the purchase order from a list of outstanding purchase orders instead of creating a bill and linking it to the PO. Now at a glance, from the newly created receiving screen, the user will be able to see all outstanding purchase orders, the total amount, and the amount received in invoices for particular purchase orders. To pay a bill associated to a purchase order, you'll go to Finance, Purchasing and AP, Payables, Receiving, and locate the vendor. Select the edit icon to the right of the vendor. Select Add Invoice. To select multiple invoices, add Invoice again. Each invoice will appear at the top and within the outstanding items as indicated below. Enter the invoice numbers. As you enter the invoice numbers, they will appear in the Outstanding Items section for each line item of the PO. In the Outstanding Items section, select the checkbox to the right of the invoice number to include to pay the line item on a particular purchase order. For instance, we are going to select invoice 6123 and 6124 with the first line item and select 6125 on the second line item and enter the quantity and amounts. Select to mark this purchase order as fulfilled if all the items on the PO have been received. This will close the purchase order and liquidate any remaining funds back to the original account code. And then select Receive Selected Items. Select OK to the following prompt, Are you sure? The screen will look as follows, listing all bills generated on the previous screen. Select each bill if you need to edit it, or select Return to List to return to the main receiving screen. This process generates the bills, which you can find in Purchasing and AP, Payables, Bills, WebSmart has also moved credit memos to the Payables module. You will find these now under Purchasing and AP, Payables, Credit Memos. And then to process the bills for paying remains the same by going to Purchasing and AP, Payments and Make Payments, and selecting the bank account and then your vendors. If you go back into Receiving, notice you will see a total column, which is the total amount of the purchase order. And you will also see an amount received, which is total amount of received or paid items against the purchase order. For example, let's look at the vendor ABS Texas Owner LP. The total amount is $257,760 and the amount received is $107,640. If you select to edit this vendor, notice you will see at a glance the total amount of the purchase order less any invoices paid appears on this screen. And again, you can keep adding invoices to it as needed. This concludes the training session on the new features coming soon on approving requisitions and converting them into purchase orders. Thank you for taking time to review these upcoming changes to our software. We hope you will find it beneficial to you and your staff. Please continue to review the other videos to view more upcoming features, and be sure to register for one of the Q&A sessions if you have any questions. Thank you.